What's up, guys? If you're a dog owner and you've always wanted a dog that listens perfectly in any environment, on or off leash, welcome to the most immersive YouTube series for dog training on YouTube. I'm Austin Laramie, owner of Zero to Hero Dog Training, and we are recording every single day, day 1 to day 46 of her whole training experience, from knowing nothing to being a master. This series is going to teach the everyday dog owner how to successfully live and train their dogs to have the best relationship and give their dog the best life possible. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, put on the notification bell. We're posting multiple times a day for the next 46 days. I'll see you there. Woo! Oh. Come on, bye, 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 bye. Woo! What's going on, guys? Welcome back for the training series. It's day 3. We got Piper at the park. We're gonna do a little bit of leash training. A little bit of marker training, might work on some sit stays, maybe some other stuff. We're gonna play with her for sure. And yeah, we're gonna hang out today, guys. It's been awesome. Day 3. So we are at a dog park, so we'll probably see some dogs, which will be cool. She does get a little excited around dogs. But right now I'm just going to work on some leash walking. So a thing that I like to do is I like to put dogs on a 30-foot leash out in public. I love using a long line when I'm practicing recalls. But if you remember from day 1 the other day, as soon as she gets ahead of me or wants to sniff, I'm just turning. And in the process, the first week, I don't really say much to the dogs outside of just praising them. I'm not giving her any commands right now. I'm simply just, turning and building that, structure on the leash. So again, when you're doing leash walking, remember, you guys want to maintain a super loose leash. You don't want it to be tight. But if she's getting a little away from me, I'm turning away from her and I'm quickly getting back to that loose leash. And I just simply walk. That's all I do. Break. I'm gonna see if she wants some water. Oh, so she's scared of the water thing, so that's interesting. I work on that. Piper, good drink? There you go, good girl. Cool, yeah, she's not really thirsty, it's all right. Yeah, so she's a little skittish. Probably gonna go do some more confidence building at Home Depot tonight with her. Good girl. Good girl. And this is all I do, man, the first week. Nothing super fun to watch, but super important in the grand scheme of things. Good girl. So she's fixating on this worker over here. Off. I'm gonna correct her for that one. Piper, Piper. Yeah, good girl. So that's what I do when dogs start to fixate. Piper, yes, good girl. Yeah, good girl. I'm gonna start building that recall, Piper, yes, good girl. She wants to bark at the lady, that's fine. We're just gonna recall her and work on that. Piper, yes, good girl. When I'm starting to build a dog's recall, I don't say come at first. I use their name. The second they look at me, I mark and reward. Piper, yes, good girl, come on girl. And I run backwards and I praise her the whole time. And that's gonna start building that, engagement and that association with coming to me. Good. Now I'm going to fix the leash a little bit. Good girl. So we got a dog coming out of the park here in a second, and this will be interesting to see how she does. First week is really me taking the dogs to multiple environments just to kind of test their environmentals, which just means to see what they're nervous about, what they're scared of, what they react to, what they get aroused by. That's all that means. And through that, I know how the training's going to go. Good. So here comes the dog. This will be nice. I'll show you guys what I do. So right now she's fixating. I'm going to correct her for this. Off. Yes. So right there, I told her off. She decided to disengage, so I didn't have to correct her there. The word off for me is leave it. Off. Good girl. But I don't let dogs sit there and, focus on other dogs, fixate, start crying and barking. What you want to do when you have a dog that's reactive is before your dog blows up, you want to correct them. If you wait for your dog to now be lunging and barking on the leash, you're too late. You want to correct it the second she starts to fixate and starts to whine. Piper, yes. But also you want to do this, where you just, when she's distracted by the other dog or person, you want to call your dog's name, and then you want to, reward them for engaging with you. Piper, Piper, yes, good girl, yeah, good. So this dog's gonna pass. Off. Right there, right? That second she decided to kind of go towards the dog, I corrected her for that. Good girl. Piper, yes, good girl. And this is what I do with new dogs. Or again, if my dog wants to react to another dog and run to a dog, instead of correcting them, what I'll do is I'll go, cool, you want to run to the dog? You want to run towards the dog? Let's do it. We'll run together. And as soon as she's full blown going to the dog, again, just like the leash walking, I just turn around. So check this out. There's a dog here. As soon as she wants to disengage, I just turn around. Just like that. And if she doesn't catch the turn, she's going to correct herself by hitting the end of the leash. And you can follow me. Today we got my mom helping out. Shout out to mom. My wife has a headache. She's in bed today. So again, right, we got a dog right here. We're just gonna kind of chill here for a second, see what she does. Good. Reward her for looking at me, reward that engagement. What you wanna do if your dog is reactive though, is a lot of people make the mistake of trying to keep their dog still. They'll tell their dog to sit. They go sit, sit, down, all that nonsense, where you wanna get your dog moving. So instead of sitting there letting your dog kind of build and load up that reactivity, if you just simply get your dog moving, it's going to cause your dog to be a lot more calm. So again, we're just moving. She's getting ahead of me though, so I'm just turning. I don't let my dogs pull. And remember, from day one, we're not walking like this. She's reacting to a dog, here's what I do. I walk to the dog. I turn around. Oops, sorry girl. That's all you do. And there's multiple things. There's not one correct way. There's many things that I do with reactivity. You can't just correct a dog out of reactivity. You need to build recall. You need to build a leave it command. You need to have leash walking under control. Like, there's many parts to reactivity. Good girl, but as she's doing good, I'm gonna praise her for that. I'm gonna do my left turn. Loosen this leash up a little bit, there we go. Good job, Piper. Piper, yes! Good girl. Good. Cool, she don't want to eat right now, that's fine. She don't need to eat. Again, right, all the treat trainers. You don't need food to train a dog. Yes, it helps, but what happens when your dog is anxious and doesn't want to eat? What are you going to do, right? You're just going to say, oh, can't train today. No, not at all. It's not what we're doing here. You could always use a leash. Piper, good girl. Yeah, good job. The first week, literally, when I get dogs, is always super boring. At least, maybe for you guys to watch. It's nothing interesting, really. It's just some basic leash work and taking the dog to multiple environments, building their confidence. Good girl, building that relationship. She's starting to look at me more, which is good. And here we go. I'm just gonna stand here. Good, she decides to check in with me, that's good. There's a dog walking over there. We're gonna follow. And then I'm just gonna turn right now. And that's it. Good girl, now you see how much she's looking at me now. And if I start getting far, you could start following me. Feel free to follow me if you want, you know. Yeah, nothing too crazy. This is all I'm doing. I just want to get her around some dogs, start teaching her how to walk on a leash nicely. Good, so there she kind of followed a little bit. She's kind of a dog that is just a little anxious, and because of that anxiety, she's like, wants to go, go, go. So this is the type of dog I want to teach how to do nothing. So all you want to do, guys, you just want to do your left and right turns. We got another lady walking on the path behind us, so we're going to go do a pass by. And you can follow. This is all I'm doing. Just taking her out, roaming around, I'm turning. And as she's fixated on the lady, I just turn into her and I just keep going. Good girl. Piper, sit. Good. Good job. Sit. And we're starting to build that sit stay. So I didn't actually release her. So when she gets up, again, I'm not correcting her here, but I'm simply just adding leash pressure and I'm showing her that, hey, I actually don't want you to get up. Wrong answer. Let's try something else. But she's not in trouble because she doesn't know that she's supposed to stay, right? Stay 3. Break. Good girl. So that was a good turn by yourself. She's starting to get it. She's starting to become aware. Good. Reward her for stopping with me. Piper, sit. Good. So I love telling dogs to sit when they're distracted because I know she wasn't going to do it because she was sniffing. So another way to add accountability. Sit. Break. Got a lady coming up, so we're gonna get her moving. I don't want her sitting right now. It's day 3. She's not gonna be able to handle that. Good girl. So she didn't do anything when that lady walked by, so that was really nice. But if she were to start lunging towards the lady, I was instantly ready to just go, no, pop her leash, correct her for that. So here come some dogs. Follow me. Again, I love this place because lots of dogs go through this path and it really helps with getting dogs exposed to other dogs. So we're just gonna do a walk by. and I'm gonna turn right now. She was not expecting that turn, you see that? Teaching her to pay attention to me and not the other dogs right now. Off. Good girl. Yeah, right? So these little things, right, they matter. Right? One correction to shut her down. She's not freaking out. She's not all depressed. But it's very clear to her I don't want her to sit there and whine at other dogs and eventually bark, right? So now I'm going to run to the dogs, right? I'm going to turn. She didn't catch the turn, right? So she corrects herself. And that's what I do. Piper. Yeah, good girl. Cool. And that's like a session for me, really, you know? That's what I'm doing. That's a good session. Just some basic leash skills is all. Adding a little bit of corrections for being, you know, fixating on dogs, shutting it down as soon as it happens. Being completely fair to this dog. That's what matters. And now we're gonna start playing. Because again, this is also important. I want her to associate dogs and people and scary things like that water thing that she was scared of. Associate that with a good time, not with, oh, that thing is scary, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna press this thing, and I'm gonna let her go. We got her on the 30-foot line, but we're gonna play a little bit, but she's scared of this water for whatever reason, so I'm gonna press it. Yes, good girl, and then I'm immediately gonna say yes and let her snag the toy. Good, and while we play, I'm just gonna press the water thing and have her go past it. Ah, cause she, right? So she's scared, she lets go of the toy. Good girl, come on. Yeah, good. And I'm just gonna press it as we play. And she's gonna start associating this scary water with a good time. With a good time. Come on, come on, come on. Piper. Pipe. Yeah, come on. Right, so she's very scared of the water. Piper. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. So we're just gonna play around it. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pipe, pipe, pipe. Yeah, good girl. All sorts of sounds making her nervous right now. We're all tangled up, man. That's the one thing I don't like about this long line. Pipe, 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 pipe. Come on, pipe. Come on, pipe. Woo, good girl. Yeah, what a good girl. I don't really want to play on the concrete too much. I don't want to tear her pads up. Good girl, come on, come on. Yeah, good. And I'm just going past this water thing. I'm just, come on, pipe, come on. Yeah, good girl. And she's gonna associate this scary thing with just play. Good girl, yeah. All I'm doing is I'm just going past it once, hitting the sound, and then I continue to play with her. Good girl. And she's gonna start getting desensitized to it to where it doesn't affect her. Good. Like she's not letting go anymore when I press it. Good girl. Yeah. Woo. And then I'm gonna get away from it. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna play with her a little bit in the grass. Good girl. Away from the stress. Yeah. Oh, good dog. Now I'm gonna go back. Good girl. Good girl, I'm gonna take this metal bowl. She's gonna drop the toy as soon as I drop this bowl. But then I'm gonna say yes and let her come snag the toy. Come on, Piper, Piper, yeah, good girl. I knew it, yeah. So now I'm gonna start doing that. Taking this bowl, dropping it, and then immediately playing with her until she gets used to this. Piper, good girl, come on, girl. Yeah. Piper, 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 woo. Good job. Piper! Yeah! Piper! Come on, girl! Yeah! Good girl! Oh! Oh, yeah! Good girl! Good girl! Whoa! Good girl! Oh! Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, good girl! That's all I'm doing. Getting her used to the scary sounds. Good job, Pipe. Come on, bite. Whoa. Bite. Yeah, good girl. Woo. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it for a session. You know, I don't really do too much or expect too much the first week. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's a good session though. I don't want to keep it too long. Yeah. Not an ideal session. Wish there was more dogs here. That's why I say it's not ideal, but that's all right. It's pretty hot out, so we won't go too hard with her today. But all I'm gonna do this last couple minutes is just take some, yes! Give her some reward for sniffing that thing. And she didn't want to eat anyways, that's all right. Good girl. Piper. Good. Yeah, she don't want to eat, that's all right. Cool. Yeah, it's day 3, one of our sessions today. We're gonna do a couple yard and in the home sessions later tonight that we'll film. And then if we get some time, we're gonna take her to Home Depot. Off. All right, so she started to walk towards the guy. That's what I'm doing. Correct her for that. So that's good for you guys to see. Good. Good. Cool, she don't want to eat still, that's all right. You'll see her really start to come around as we get, you know, deeper into training. I deal with a lot of aggressive, a lot of fearful dogs, and they're all the same. They're all the same. Once you start giving them confidence through obedience, you know, you build their confidence because you show them, you give them commands, you teach them it, and then they do it right, and then you reward them for it. It starts to build their confidence up. But also, dogs like her, a couple good corrections that are well-timed, that make sense to her, are going to boost her confidence as well. Where a lot of people tell me, oh, don't correct dogs. Super unfair. You know what's unfair to a dog? You know what's super unfair to a dog? Let's say that guy had a super aggressive dog with him. And instead of me correcting her for approaching him, I just let her do it. And then when she gets to him, that super aggressive dog tears her up and now she goes to the vet. That's unfair. Instead, what I did was she approached the guy and I simply said off, gave her a little leash pop, gave her some clarity. I don't want her approaching people like that. She's fine, right? That's super fair. Just like it's super unfair to never discipline your kids and then they grow up and they end up in jail or dead, right? But because we love them, we give them discipline. But we also reward them for doing good. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, guys. That's day 3. Catch us for the next session later today. Send me a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss the next video. I'm giving out free tips for everybody, man. I mean, this is golden. This is golden. You're gonna know how to completely train your dog from literally knowing nothing to being a master in literally 46 days. Catch me for the next one, guys. Thanks.